Hello again, welcome to today's attempt of a Fusele puzzle. This is a Wordle, but the rules change on every row. So for example, on the top row, my guess must repeat a letter. That's not too much of a hardship. Let's go for some relatively common letters. How about we try some grass? We get the A, but we've ruled out 3 consonants. I suppose it could have been worse. Or 1 tile in the row is a lie, of course. That doesn't come into play until after we've had our guess. So let's go for Volt. Why not with this Voltus to victory? It doesn't. Okay. Now 1 tile in the row is a lie. That probably means that the V is lying because it shouldn't be in the word. It's quite an uncommon letter. But we don't know that for sure, so I need to bear that in mind. Orange hints mean that the letter is within 3 of your guess in the alphabet. Okay, so I'm going to go for added because, I mean, clearly it's a possible answer. If the V is lying, the A isn't second or third, so it could be first. This lets me test another couple of letters, but you don't get yellows and greens in this rule, so therefore you might as well duplicate letters, because actually the D rules out all of the first 7 letters of the alphabet if it goes grey. Will it go grey though? Oh, it didn't go grey. That's been very helpful. The A is the first letter. As I said, for second and third letters can't be anything from A to G, so we just ignore that part of the alphabet. That's why I went for D rather than something in the middle, because now I can focus on the end of the alphabet and the middle rather than having to focus on the start and end. Now this letter, B, C, D, F or H. And then this one, the last letter is A, B, C, E or F. It probably ends in an E then, doesn't it? So maybe a DE ending or a CE ending? What's the rule here? My guess can be anything except a real word. Okay, so, I mean, I'm guessing azide is a word. That's not common enough to be correct. But what else ends DE? It can't be abode, because we can't use the B, or abide. If it is a DE or a CE ending, or even a BE or an FE ending, then we're going to need another vowel in the middle, aren't we? And that can only be the I or the O. Does it think azide is a word? Let's test it. Yeah, so it's not a valid guess because it is actually a real word. I don't think it's common enough to be correct, so let's test the O and the I suppose, and we'll test the DE ending. It is a DE ending. There is an O, so I'm glad I tried that as well as the I. So it's A blank ODE, but this second letter isn't a B. So I don't get yellows, the only hints are things in the correct place. What can this one be? Anode, of course. Yeah, I think that's the only possible second letter, isn't it? It is anode. I feel like maybe I should have thought of that one guess quicker, but the thing is, even if I had thought of it, I wouldn't have been able to go for it, because it was a real word, and the game forced me to go for a non-real word. So it was always destined to be, what was that, a 5? Oh, yeah, no, a 5, yeah. I was never going to get that in 4 or fewer. Well, I couldn't get it in 4, I was never going to get it in fewer. But it is a successful Fusele, that's the important thing. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.